Alright, hello, and this is the first official video of Totoro. This is, well, the person who actually played the damn game for starters. I'm gonna say right now my name is Dempa Hero, and this is my friend Celtic Moose.
Who did nothing but talk.
That's all he did is just going to talk. Well, then again, you're going to edit this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, putting the voices in the overcast and whatnot. Yes, wow, okay, thank you. And this is Phantasy Star Zero.
Sorry we're doing commentary afterwards.
It happens. Right now we didn't really have the proper setup or equipment to do it live. We would have liked to have been able to, but we just didn't have the proper stuff, and our scheduling it wasn't good for this. But we have it now, so there. This will hopefully get better as this channel goes on.
And sorry, we're outside, so birds.
Yeah, if there's stuff in the background, it's because we're pretty much outside.
Weird place to do this, I know.
Yeah, but it is pretty quiet, so that's pretty fun.
It is.
And this is the first time I've actually done anything like this outside.
It's neat.
It is
interesting.
It is interesting. It's actually pretty fun. So yeah, sorry. My throat is a little bit dry.
Well, since we got the introductions out of the way,
yeah,
I was gonna ask what game is this, but it just showed it. Never mind.
I already said Phantasy Star Zero, bro.
I know.
I already said that.
I forgot.
And yes. Oh, and in case you're wondering what was going on right now, for instance, when it does that right there, all truth be told, this was supposed to be a test of my equipment that I did have. And actually, I liked the way the first part went so much that I had to roll with it. So this wasn't originally going to be the case, but it is the case. So that's what counts that happened.
Okay, so you did like what you did.
Yes, I did like what I did. So yeah, I'm like, oh well, this is pretty fun. It's mostly the intro, but the way it's set up and the way that the way I put it together without any like huge hiccups or glitches and whatnot, it came out pretty well. As you know, if you're a Phantasy Star aficionado, you know who these people are, and if you don't, and if you don't, and you're not a Phantasy Star aficionado, there are usually 4 different races. But in this game, there's 3: the humans, the new humans, the Newmans, or whatever, and the casts in this game. Normally, there's also beasts, but the beasts are not in this game. At least not a playable race. You have to go in there.
So humans, you're just ordinary humans. Newmans are...
The humans are pretty much the all-around character. The Newmans are your mage specialists. They're your mage. They use their techniques, their arts, and
casts are robots.
Yes, casts are robots. Which is why, don't you usually pick casts when you do this?
Yep.
I usually pick beast.
Terminator all the way.
But I usually pick beast race, but since that wasn't available, I went with human. And if you're wondering why I went with girl, because this will be a test playthrough. So I was like, you know what? It doesn't really matter, and I kind of threw stuff together. Like, oh, well, this looks pretty cool. Because when I do record, I like to imagine if this was going to be an actual part. If it is just a test recording, that way, if I end up liking it, like I did with this, I can really just roll with it and continue.
That makes sense. Instead of just like, oh, I was playing horribly, so even though I like this, I'll have to keep doing it. Yes.
And like I said, this was a test playthrough that turned into the actual first part, which is why the naming didn't go as quickly as I would have liked.
What's the name?
Well, it will eventually be Sayako, but right now it's Seiyoko or Sayoko or whatever the fuck I was spelling. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It turned out so well. I liked it so much that I had to continue with this. With the way it is. I just had to, okay?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Sorry, my throat's a little dry. My mouth is a little dry. And I would take a drink, but my drink is currently, like, out of my ability to reach it yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm too lazy to go and get another kind of drink. So I'll be doing it like this. And this is just the intro again, so I believe I skipped it pretty soon. Yeah, I skipped that again.
Once there was prosperity.
Oh, and one other thing, when it gets into the actual...
3 tribes thrived of old and gave birth to divinity. Then there was war. The rift between God and mortal cut through the tribes like a blade. Then there was desolation. A vast emptiness and nothing more. 2 centuries went by. People survived and pushed back against the edge of oblivion. Until today. In the middle of a bright sky, a shadow covered the moon, and the Forgotten Ones swooped down from the heavens.
When it gets into the actual dialogue, the text boxes will go by a bit fast.
But during cutscenes, we.
Huh? Hi! You're right on time.
During cutscenes, we won't talk.
Yeah, we'll just drop our voices.
Yeah.
The text boxes go a bit fast because on what I was recording with, the text appeared so slow that to me, I was able to read it all and continue. And it changes on. I adjust my speed so that you all will be able to read it properly. But for this first part and some of the second one, more so in the third part, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, third part. The text will slow down in the text boxes that he's talking right now.
Yeah.
And you will be able to read it better, hopefully.
And this is kind of the tutorial, so if you've played RPGs, it's kind of like.
Yeah, this is an action RPG.
Yeah.
And you don't get into the battle tutorial until part 2, which takes up pretty much half of part 2.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be sure that I got all the stuff down in and whatnot. So I went through all the dialogue options, all of them. And this is Kai, first partner. Apparently knows our character since like forever, the dawn of time.
But we just met him.
Yeah, but the character knows him for a long time, and even though we just met him, he's gonna be like, and all the Phantasy Star games I've played, like your de facto partner, at least in the beginning, at least for a good portion of this first mission. What I was doing right here was kind of walking around, seeing how the controls were and whatnot, making sure nothing was too laggy. If it was, I wouldn't be able to record at all. And now I believe I'm going to see the boss of this guild, this area, and to be quite.
That was a
honest.
cutscene.
Yeah,
He's wearing a clown suit.
Quite honest, he looks like a discount Mr. Monopoly, for Pete's
He
sake.
really
He
does.
really does. I was thinking
Mr.
that
Monopoly dyed his hair and lost the top hat
And-
and monocle.
and gained like 50
The gayest
pounds
suit
or
in the
something.
world.
Yeah.
I'm
like
sorry,
50 pounds.
that color.
Well, again, it was just it's like I would say that's about like salmon,
Yeah,
something like a salmon color, with what appears to be blue lines.
that's weird.
I wouldn't say it's weird. People have worn odder things.
And this guy has Western clothes on,
Yes.
like Wild West Western.
yes.
rancher.
Yes, because he is. I don't know what it's like. I guess he's like a cowboy or something.
Space cowboy.
Yes. Oh, fun fact. I forgot to mention in the beginning. This playthrough was blind. This is my first time actually playing through this game in its entirety. Because I had it for a while, I never actually played it. It was kind of sort of sitting there until I needed something to test with. This seemed like a fun idea to test with. I liked it so much from what I played of it that I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I'll run with this. We'll get to experience it together, what the ins and outs and whatnot. So for all you like players who like this game to death and know its ins and outs and are raging at your screens about me missing stuff, I'm sorry. I don't know where it all is. Like you'll see, and
You can leave tips in the comments.
yeah, you'll see in part 2, because in part 1 I don't think this is really just a lot of introductions and whatnot. Part 2 I will be going by a lot of gates that are guarded by laser fences. I'll be going by a lot of them because I couldn't find the keys to them. I didn't know where to look. I didn't know where to go. So
You probably missed them and they were like.
yeah, I
like
probably
side.
walked right past them. So I had nothing to go with. But I just kept progressing with the level.
And that guy's shirt, still.
You're on his shirt still. It's
Yes.
Sam. By the way,
Who
no,
wears
no,
a
no, no, no,
salmon?
no. The other day he was getting all up in my
Who
case.
is this guy?
Gray, another hunter dude. And yes, he.
The gigantic tie.
Yes, and look like he's tried to go Super Saiyan and failed. He got the hair to stick up, but he didn't get the golden energy or the green eyes or anything. So he just because it's kind of sort of there at that point.
It was a very flamboyant suit.
What is with you in this flamboyant thing?
I don't know.
I mean,
It's a great color, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, I love the color. The color's nice. The big ass red tie, I could probably if it was a bit smaller, I could do without.
Yeah.
If the collar wasn't so as popped, I'll be pretty okay with
It
that.
was like a darker blue,
Yes.
and not like gigantic clown tie. I would be perfectly fine with it.
Yes.
And sorry about the motorcycle noise before.
Yeah.
Guy revved his engine and
It's usually.
flew down the road.
What I
I
said
don't
is
know,
usually a pretty quiet place to do this, and then
Usually
that guy
is.
decided to come out and be a dick. So yeah,
It's usually a quiet place unless you're a motorcyclist.
yeah. Even where I live, and get shit on the motorcyclists, and it's like rev their engines, and,
Yeah.
and it's like why? Is it
I can hear
so
them from my
loud?
basement half the time.
I can hear them from my basement at the time, and it's super annoying. I can go out into the huge ass hill in my backyard, go up it, I could still hear them.
That's sad.
It's annoying, is what it is. Yes, it's a pretty nice day to be actually going out and doing these things.
Oh yeah.
And I'm happy that the weather's finally cleared up because it was pretty much winter for like a long ass time.